Добрый день и добро пожаловать в Call of Cthulhu. Зов Ктулху на русском языке. Мы начинаем новый уникальный обзор, чего я не делал до сих пор. Обзор хоррор-игр. Я вижу, что эти игры пользуются популярностью, тем более вышло такое нашумевшее продолжение, так сказать, ремейк я бы назвал, если кто-то не слышал никогда об этой игре, может отослаться к игре Call of Cthulhu Dark Corners of the Year, в темных уголках земли. Был такой хоррор в 2006 году, повесть о детективе, который расследовал странные события в одном из городков. Довольно-таки страшный, тяжелый хоррор. И недавно вышла снова новая серия этой игры. Также по книжке Лавкрафта или как-то так. По книжке этого автора. И мы начинаем погружаться в атмосферу. Приятного просмотра. Сильно не пугаемся. Музыку, я думаю, стоит отключить. Перед нами вот такая заставочка. Погрузиться в безумие. Главное меню кодекс. Текстура пусть остается нетронутым. Субтитры, обнаружение, прицел. Детективное агентство Пирса Бостон. Бостон, 1904 год. Эдвард Пирс, ветеран Первой мировой войны, пытается заглушить воспоминания алкоголем и снотворным. Он стал честным детективом, но никак не может найти дело, способное вывести его из апатии. Пирс должен как можно скорее найти нового клиента, иначе рискует потерять лицензию. Немножко напоминает прошлую часть игры. Не часть, а, так сказать, экранизацию игровую. Тоже это происходило в древние года, как говорится. Погрузиться в безумие. Как нравится мне это название. Безумие есть благо. Богам смешны попытки людей сохранять рассудок перед лицом неизбежной смерти. H.P. Лавкрафт. Обучение. Позвоночники всяких рыбёх. Что это за звуки? Вот это глюки, конечно, у него. Чтобы пригнуться, нажмите C. Странно, написано нажать C, а пригибается он Ctrl. Это уже другая дверь. Вы не можете взаимодействовать с определенными, пока не осветите их. Борьба со тьмой. С тьмой. А, то есть здесь что-то есть. Фонарем, наверное, надо осветить. Взять предмет. Странная какая-то керосиновая лампа. Она прямо зло излучает. Кусачки. Болторез. Так. Не нравится мне это. Можно перерезать и ту дверь, и эту. Следуешь за мной, бесполезно сопротивляться. Ничего не знаю. Ну вот зачем туда идти, если... Что-то здесь аппетитно, конечно. Да не говори. Так, рука уже в крови у нас.
Has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Свериться с дневником. Места, предметы. Предметы. Моя старая зажигалка. Сделал гравировку в памяти 77-й пехотной дивизии погибших бойцов вашего батальона. Улики. Ничего нету. Dark Water. Мое частное детективное агентство связано с контрактным детективным агентством Word. После Великой войны я решил... Я решил осесть в Бостоне, где парням вроде меня хватает работы. Потянулась череда мелких дел, супружеские измены, старые счеты, мнимые исчезновения. Старый диван в конторе не сравнить с настоящей кроватью, а пустые бутылки, но это мой дом. Пока. Пирс. Так, здесь какие-то навыки. Рассудок. Ветеран Первой мировой войны, принимавший участие в Мезаргонском наступлении. Один из немногих совершивших бойцов, попавший в атаку, назвал несколько американских партизан, которым понесли большие потери от вражеского и союзного артиллерийского огня. солдат, вынужденных несколько дней удерживать позиции среди бывших товарищей, без еды и медикаментов, за моряки считали погибшими. В ходе событий Пирс получил психологическую травму. Он пьет снотворное и запивает его алкоголем, что избавляется от производящих его кошмаров. Ваши выводы логичны и проверены. Понятно, здесь какая-то прокачка идет. Очков доступных нету. Есть красноречие, сила, поиск, расследование, психология, медицина, оккультизм. Навыки медицины и оккультизм улучшают только с помощью найденных предметов. Врач может сколько угодно твердить, что лекарство от воспоминаний мне больше не нужно. Но я знаю, что они вернутся, если я перестану принимать таблетки. Наверное, однажды утром я просто не проснусь. Несмотря на лечение, я снова слышу голоса в своих снах. Но теперь они новые и незнакомые. Голоса словно доносятся из древней бездны. Что за безымянная тварь вызывает ко мне?
Been too long since I've slept in a bed. Been too long since I've slept in a bed. I used to be an avid reader.
Скромная такая барка.
Lost battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage. The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
А это дела, закрытые дела. Здесь можно покрутить, но открыть нельзя. Получен предмет.
A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
Нанявшему меня владельцу бара не понравилось, как я закрыл дело. Но если ты нарушаешь закон, сложно спорить с частным детективом, который сообразился. А, то есть это эти предметы, они получены. Смотреть.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Да, это будет более приятным. Игра сохранена. Алло?
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Замечательно.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
А, создание персонажа. Ясно. 8 оп. Очки персонажа. Красноречие, расследование, поиск. Силу можно. И... Психология отражает ваше понимание человеческой натуры. Здесь нам пожалуйста шанс понять мотивацию человека. Полезная вещь. Красноречие. Можно.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
До свидания.
I'm coming.
О, у нас клиент.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
То, что я видел во сне.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? A painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
Сара Хокингс никого не оставляет равнодушным. Одни считают ее мечтательной художницей, способной обращаться к самым глубинам подсознания, другие переоцененной выскочкой. Странные картины таинственной дамы написаны резкими цветами и дикими масками. Если на самом деле видит мир так, то мир Сара Хокинс — это врата в другие измерения. Улики. На этой картине Сара Хокинс изображена чудовищная фигура, нависающая над женщиной с ребенком. На заднем плане можно увидеть пламя. Стивен Вебстер, отец художницы, считает, что эта картина имеет отношение к смерти его дочери. Типа это маски.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
Транспортная этикетка. Часть текста не разобрать, но кое-что прочитать удается. Склад 36, Darkwater. Полицейский отчет. Тут говорится, что все члены семьи погибли, а пожар начался в столовой. В столовой? Полиция заключила, что это был несчастный случай, но при этом в отчете упоминается, что Сара Хокинс была психически неустойчива. Почему? Газетная статья рассказывает о браке Сары Хокинс в девичестве Уэбстера и Чарльза Хокинса, бизнесмена с острова Дарквотер. Они ведут затворническую жизнь на удаленном острове со своим сыном Саймоном.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Ответ раскрыт.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
Ну, конечно.
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Darkwater? Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
The sender's label mentions...
That's right.
And you think you're...
That is what you... Go to Dark...
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice.
Конечно, грубиян такой редкостный.
Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there.
Знаете, просто бизнесмен. Это отец труп. Это дочь труп и внук. Понятно. Нужно почитать об этом острове. Основы медицины.
I used to be an avid reader.
А где же эта книга?
Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then. All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater. I wonder why I still take these things.
Снотворные таблетки. Есть, конечно, еще стаканчик с вискарем, но я думаю, не надо на него подналегать. Пир взял дело Хокинсов. Проклятую художницу обвиняют в том, что устроила пожар, который убил ее вместе со своей семьей. Единственная улика — страшная картина, которую она отправила отцу. На транспортной этикетке был указан адрес склада, расположенного в доках острова Дарквотер. Именно с этого места Пирс и начал расследование.
Almost there.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
По заданиям идите в бар, поговорите с Брэдли, поговорите с Фицроем. У нас тут, кстати, 1 очко навыка. Добавим его в поиск. Порт Дарквотер, остров Дарквотер. Ничего себе, рыбка.
Hey, Sullivan, can't you go any faster?
You've seen how old this thing is. If we force it too much, we'll break
The
everything.
same goes for you, sir. Move along.
Какой страшный дядька.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy. They're cops. They can't understand. Damn stupid
The
idiot.
blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Killer whales have few predators. And there are no sharks in these waters. What creature could possibly have done this?
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy. They're cops. They can't understand. Damn stupid idiots. Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
You can see that I'm busy, can't you?
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming.
Какие страшные взгляды здесь у
Something real
людей.
bad. Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy. They're cops. They can't understand. Damn stupid idiots. Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
Короче, что-то грызануло тут довольно такого среднего кита. А что здесь за разборки?
Come on, you bastard. You'll see what a true sailor's got in his belly.
There's nothing for you here either.
You
Beatheads.
bullthreats don't scare me.
What did he call us just now?
I said you were a bilge rat. And
There's
even
nothing for you here either.
То есть вмешаться в это все
you think we
нет
don't know
возможности.
what you're doing? Hidden in the fog? I'll shut up your big mouth.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
Кстати, от фонарей исходит какое-то такое странное зеленое свечение. Так, он нам сказал, нужно для начала стаканчик пропустить. Ну, здравствуйте и вам.
Hey, be careful. Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Зажмите, чтобы проверить красноречие. Зажмите, чтобы проверить силу. То есть, основываясь на основные навыки, можно... Проверим красноречие. Хотя у меня силы достаточно.
You saw what happened. He's the troublemaker.
Oh, you're a true mainlander. A real princess. You strut around with your la-di-da ways, and then, as soon as the pressure arises, you start squealing. You don't have what it takes to drink my whiskey. You've got to earn it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
Да, навык, значит, подействовал.
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams?
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable?
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
Her vision, was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dockwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want. Anything else?
That'll be all for now.
Да, выпить не удалось.
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor. Interesting.
Нужно запомнить, что он был в долгах.
And then he said, "You have no right to treat us like this."
Какие страшные люди здесь. Действительно, рожи вот такие.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
Команда Сцилла. Это корабль, который застрял на камнях там в начале. Дается склад. Свинья, мистер Марс готов сдать свой склад в аренду под рыбный цех. Праздники какие-то навели. Улики. Нужно запомнить эти. Так, что здесь есть еще?
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens. We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof. Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
Забавные ребята. А что за профессор? Сотрудник психиатрической лечебницы.
Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
А, нет, это какой-то. Ну, этот. Со своим стулом. Конечно же, туда нам заходить нельзя, но я думаю, что это учитывается.
What you looking at, stranger?
The clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering what could be going through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger. I told you to beat it.
Да, чувствую, с ней еще будет много чего связано в этой игре. Так, какая-то комнатка, которую стоит будет, наверное, посетить. А где бармен?
You again.
I read the article on the miraculous catch. Interesting local folklore.
Don't get it into your head to repeat that round here. It's more than folklore. On that day, the crew of the Scylla caught an exceptional catch. The biggest whale ever caught. They saved Darkwater from famine.
Charles Hawkins owed you a lot of money. Do you know if he had problems?
I don't know the details, and it's not my business. Money or not, he was always welcome in my bar. The Hawkins family was always much appreciated on the island.
You seem to know Charles Hawkins well. How about his wife, Sarah Hawkins?
Well, she was a local somebody. We all knew she was famous on the main...
Это я знаю. Ничего нового. Оп.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
That'll be all for now.
То есть корабль, который налетел на камни, который в начале а почему я взял зажигалку? Который вон там был корабль Сцилла, это именно тот корабль, на котором в свое время вон он стоит, на котором выловили этот чудесный улов.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Прочитать можно только несколько дат. 1890, 1907 годы, еще несколько цифр. Прочее содержание документа аккуратно вымарано. Интересно, кому потребовалось скрывать эту информацию.
A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years.
А, это количество улова.
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
Дохлая крыса.
The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Все, зажигалка пальца обожгла. Второй тон посвящен этим вопросам рекомендаций. Отлично. И каким образом это повышает нам? Надеюсь, нам не влетит за то, что мы шаримся здесь по личным покоям.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
Ой, деревянная нога. Фотография капитана Фицроя.
What a macabre souvenir.
Какой мрачный сувенир, да, это и есть протез. Да. А, средняя клавиша мыши прячет зажигалку. завалено.
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
Условия нашего соглашения однозначны. Держите своих людей под контролем и задирайте нас, мы вам не по зубам. И не утруждайте себя ответом на это сообщение. Просто заплатите курьеру. Кэт. Это, наверное...
Broken. This place seems half abandoned.
Вот эта девчонка, которая сидела в баре. Довольно грубая.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. Can you tell me where the warehouse is again?
Look, I've already shown it to you. It's the one with the cop on guard duty out front. You can't miss it.
Understood.
Не, ну про полицейского ничего не сказал в прошлый раз.
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain Cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
I examined its wounds. I know of no creature able to cause them.
And I took you for a detective.
Believe me when I say that these wounds are significant.
Come, come. You've only just arrived on Darkwater, and already you think like a sailor.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least. I was looking at your photograph. One of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Все, ребята помирились, разошлись. Кстати, я хотел одну вещь проверить.
I told you to beat it.
Не, она абсолютно не реагирует.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her?
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. If you want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I shall take my leave.
Забавно припаркованная машина, конечно. Типа закрывает следующую часть. Вообще дома построены здесь по архитектурному стилю на ура. Такое мрачное место. Интересно, какое время суток. Значок обнаружения станет серым.
I could use this old winch to lift the grating, but it's been completely taken to bits. There must be some spare parts amid all this clutter.
Ясно. То есть нужна рукоятка для того, чтобы использовать этот ролик. А это уже и есть 36-й склад, типа? Или нет?
It looks like there's a way in under this grate. A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil. A A ratchet device. Exactly what I need.
Храповик.
This handle will be perfect for the winch.
Ну и все, я думаю, все самое полезное для лебедки мы нашли. Обжегся зажигалкой. Дурачок. Чего-то еще не хватает. А лестницы нету на вторую часть этого. Есть какая-то дверь. И чего же не хватает еще? Неясно. А, шестерня. Зубчатое колесо. Часть какого-то механизма.
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch.
А, появилась V.
Looks like everything is in its place. All that's left is to try to turn this handle. Damn, I broke it.
Да. Что-то не пошло. Не пошло. А что именно сломалось? Селенушки у нас, видать, немерено. То есть не получилось открыть и все, да? И здесь как бы оно заканчивается. Пытаться заново мы не будем. Понятно.
Well, well. A little mouse has got lost on our turf. You're not only inquisitive, you're also stupid. What gave you the crazy idea to come onto my turf?
Your turf? That's news to me.
For a guy who has no idea, you've been doing a fair bit of poking around. My men saw you staking out the Hawkins warehouse.
Is that against the law?
I'm no idiot, detective. I'll tell you how things work around here. I decide who comes in and who stays out. And anyone who doesn't respect my rules, I punish them.
Is your name Kat?
What of it?
Maybe we can come to an understanding.
Maybe. Or maybe not. Get this joker out of here. He might have a little trouble walking on his own.
Oh, I'm getting careless. I didn't see that coming. If I want to get into this warehouse, I'm gonna have to deal with her.
Да. Интересное, конечно, развитие. А оружия нету никакого, типа. Крабики. Желтому уже хорошо. Здорово.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
I've never heard of this saint. Is it a local belief?
But everyone knows St. Brendan, the navigator.
He's the patron saint of whales and whalers.
What happened to the statue?
Go see for yourself. He's at the end of the jetty.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to dark water?
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Oh, hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
Да не говори. Добрый день. Ребята бедные. Смотри, в дождевиках, кстати. Ну, рыбаки, что с них взять?
No, if it gets out, I'll have serious problems with you-know-who.
I bet that you hit them. How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
Так боятся девчонку. Ребята. Что, попробовать можно?
Who's this guy?
Здрасте.
No idea. You better keep it shut.
Where we don't have a clear conscience.
Quiet.
Два идиота конкретно.
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
So, who are you?
Are you stupid or are you doing it on purpose?
Everybody knows us on Darkwater.
I've just arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard
Какие
for the owner of the
неприятные
site.
молодые
And we
люди.
let no one enter her property.
What happened to the statue of St. Brendan? Dreadful.
What makes you think we did it?
We're bootleggers, not savages.
Who do you think defaced the statue?
What do I know? They could have done it by themselves.
The sailors?
Who else, in your opinion? And who's interested?
Kat. She's your boss.
What? You listen through keyholes?
She's the boss, yeah. She says who goes in or not.
Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
She redid the smile at the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope you had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
She sounds frightening, your boss.
And she doesn't like to be talked about behind her back.
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
Gentlemen, you have a problem.
What? Who do you take yourself for, stranger?
Your boss is very unhappy with your work.
Oh yeah? You're bluffing.
She said those knuckleheads are incapable of staying at their post.
Darn it.
You think he's telling the truth?
We'll find out. Prove that you really know Kat.
Она умеет пить, мы с ней давно знакомы, она пользуется стилетом.
It's risky to question my word. I wouldn't like you to get cut with a certain Italian knife.
Okay. You've convinced us.
And it's she who sent you? What do you want from us?
I thought I made it clear. I have to take a look inside the Hawkins warehouse. Leave me alone, and I'll put in a good word for you with Kat.
Okay, it's a deal.
Так, склад 36, это вроде вот этот склад.
Let's see. Perfect. Oh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
Место происшествия. А что это? Появилось какое-то помутнение такое. О, я куда-то погрузился.
What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here?
А, это они здесь сгорели, походу.
It smells as bad as it looks. Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this? can't sleep. I know how that feels.
Такой же, как у нас. Кстати.
What happened here?
От злости, типа. Вроде все... А, вот еще картина.
Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't
Здрасте
move.
вам.
Detective Pierce.
Ничего не знаю.
I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
Давайте объединим силы. Угрожать.
Look around you. Someone has settled in here. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene. Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why, you...
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
I thought I'd straightened you out, mister. I am disappointed, but we'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
Пирс смог пробраться на склад. Место, которое оказалось заброшенным, скрывало несколько тайн. Тут явно кто-то недавно жил. Кроме того, обнаружилась частично обгоревшая картина. Во время осмотра Пирса прервал констебль Брэдли. Констебль. Констебль хочет отвезти сыщика в особняк Хокинса. Погрузиться в безумие. Да там кто-то есть. Учитывая то, что мы алкоголик и нервно неуравновешенный тип, внешний вид гораздо лучше, чем у местных жителей. Ничего себе особняк.
The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
He's clearly not doing any gardening.
You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family, so he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
Конечно, есть. Я же детектив.
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Нет.
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
You won't get me to believe that it looked any better 3 months ago.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
It's got nothing to do with Charles Hawkins' debts.
Ha! You've already begun to nose around, it would seem. So, since you already know it, the Hawkins family couldn't afford the upkeep of this house. It remains to be seen what they did with all their money. I wager it was Charles Hawkins' travels. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Так. Доберитесь до особняка. Пирс. 2 очка у нас есть. Поднимем немного психологию. Стоять. Кэтрин Бейкер. Особняк, улики. Угрюмое место, если честно.
Flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh. The old caretaker must be very attached to her. The caretaker takes great care of these graves. Charles Hawkins' grave. Who could have done this?
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial.
Poor kid.
What kind of deranged individual would defile this sanctuary? And steal a burnt painting? I don't see Silas doing such a thing. Let alone allowing it. Even that broad baker is above that. Lord, have pity on this poor family.
Poor kid. Charles Hawkins' grave. The caretaker.
Ну все, валим. Или тут есть что-то незаконченное? Все, он здесь стоит.
Poor kid.
Не хочешь? Ну не надо. Пойдем сами.
Bradley was right. This place is much older than I imagined, but the architecture seems too recent.
(1693 год). Мощное зданица. Отсюда мы пришли.
Recently fallen. It's as if all life has abandoned the place. Sturdy and well sharpened. Sturdy and well sharpened.
Топорик, кто-то помог этому дереву упасть, может быть. Фигурка кита, вырезанная из дерева. Такие игрушки моряки делают для своих детей. Сколько полезного всегда можно найти. Что-то произошло.
The axe is gone. I'd better be on my guard.
Топорик исчез. Забавно.
This entrance is still in use.
Whoa!
Whoa!
You were trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Whoa! You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
Sarah Hawkins' father sent me here to investigate the death of his daughter.
Webster, huh? I understand how he feels. But me? I want the dead to rest in peace. And that means kicking the ass of gumshoes like you.
Why would you not want me to help understand what happened here?
I've got nothing to hide. Tell me what you're doing here. And no baloney.
The police report describes a domestic accident. But Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
The mansion isn't safe. You would break your neck as sure as you're trying my patience right now.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked. And I make sure it stays that way.
You still put flowers on her grave. You cherish her memory.
Mrs. Hawkins was an exceptional person. She cared for everyone around her.
Let me shed a light on what happened to her. Give me that key.
I'm probably making a big mistake, but it won't be the first. Here, take the key and do what you have to do. Go on then, just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
Странный дядька, если честно. Ключ от черного хода. Медицины, томики. Стоять. Снотворные таблетки. Атлас острова. Для начала надо все проверить.
This gate is locked.
Ничего не запрятано. В таких играх каждый уголок может себе вскрывать какие-либо улики или что-либо подобное. Хибара этого старичка.
Bourbon. Empty, of course.
Да, старичок еще и незаконно прилегает к алкоголю. Ну, впрочем, как и мы. То есть с парадного входа зайти, наверное, нельзя. Но здесь есть штука, которую можно отодвинуть. Закрыто, да?
The poor wretch seems to spend the best part of his time isolated from the world. Rather Spartan. The caretaker has simple tastes. I know a thing or two about solitude myself.
Да, так как я и представлял. Сзади можно попасть, попробовать. А, нет, это всего лишь окно. Интересно, зачем оно задвинуто? Может быть, что-то можно увидеть? Ясно. Нечего ловить у этой хибары. Конштебль уже здесь стоит, ждет. Тоже приключение ему. На свою задницу хочется. Так, перерыв ровно на 1 минуту. продолжаем.
Pierce, shall we enter? Now that you've finished your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
You're right. Let's go. Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you.
Пирс и констебль Брэдли осмотрели сады, включая Хокинсов. Семья похоронена в саду, который охраняет Сайлас Винчестер. Старый сторож, все еще верный своим прежним нанимателям и вооруженный топором, присматривает за могилами. Пирс и Брэдли смогли успокоить его и наконец завладели ключом от особняка Хокинсов. И вошли в здание, чтобы осмотреть место, откуда начался пожар.
Follow me. I know the place. Who left this light on?
Так, распределим сразу.
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me? What kind of meat is this?
Рыбка, наверное.
This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins.
Что это такое, блин? И что здесь такого особенного?
The boy was probably here. Smashed his plate on the floor. Sarah Hawkins' plate. Why did she leave it untouched? Something happened at this table. An argument?
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door.
Да подожди ты со своим.
Sarah Hawkins painted herself with her son, Simon, ready to go somewhere, but without Charles.
Невкусная какая-то части тела непонятно чего. Это голова, это какое с щупальцами. Неясно, что это такое. Жесть какая-то, если они это ели. Да. Не, ну пока что не страшно.
They seem happy, but Charles is already looking off into the future. His marriage just a stop along the way.
Какой-то топот.
Was Charles Hawkins some kind of explorer?
Чарльз Хокинс позирует словно первооткрыватель перед экзотическими руинами. Широко известно, что он промотал свое состояние на дорогие путешествия. Что же он искал?
Too much rubble. I'll find an easier way.
Кому? Действительно, ты не можешь через это перелезть? Это огонь, видать. Что здесь?
Let's see if I can find something the cops missed.
Да, топоров количество зашкаливает.
Did someone escape the fire? The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others? Did it stop at the time of the fire? They had a fight. Why? Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How? Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker? If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn? Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight. Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
Официально заявляю, полиция запорола это расследование. Улики не соответствуют вашим домыслам, это несчастный случай.
Much of this evidence simply contradicts the investigation's findings.
Really? Tell me about it.
I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
Huh. What's your theory?
I suspect a crime of passion.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
I just asked it. You don't disturb anything. If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
Странный топот какой-то доносится.
This door is locked.
Такое чувство, что кто-то бегает сверху. История медицины. Отлично.
These bandages are covered in dried blood. The same bandages that I saw in the warehouse on the docks. And given the bloodstains, I'd also say that it's the same person. The lyrics of the drunken sailor, a sea shanty. This door is blocked from the outside.
Это главная дверь.
An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818.
Как я люблю такие звуки. Человеческое тело. Сравнительный анализ. Это все для медицины.
A book on the first inhabitants of the island. It seems they got here around the 14th century. Moby Dick, Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale. Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess.
Любого китобоя.
What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Well, not much, to be honest. We all assumed the Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance.
This place was falling apart long before the fire.
Да, молнии с громом, конечно, эпично сделаны. Атмосферно.
Dark water history. This place was settled back in 1692 by two families that seceded from the New England colonies. A book on hunting whales, the island's staple diet last century. One of Sarah Hawkins' paintings. Her style sure is recognizable. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Another story about the mysteries of the deep.
Это интересно.
A crowbar could prove useful.
Все книги связаны со скитобойством,
A book on hunting whales, the island's staple diet last century.
С различными там историями Жюля Верна и так далее. Эй.
What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
Милостливый государь, как вам известно, я всегда с огромным уважением относился к вам и к вашей семье. К сожалению, я более не могу закрывать глаза на поведение вашей жены. На прошлой неделе она вновь распугала мою клиентуру. Я знаю, что она не имеет дурных намерений, но вам не помешало бы поместить ее под надзор доктора Фуллера. Похоже, только он способен вразумить ее. Если же подобные случаи будут повторяться, я буду вынужден хоть обратиться в полицию, хотя поверьте, что это станет для меня истинной пыткой. С уважением всегда ваш Антон Уэллард. Чем же она тебя так напугала? Какая-то картина. Нет. Какие неприятные звуки.
Locked.
А ломиком никак я?
Locked. The boys' room.
Какие-то неприятные.
A child's fort. From what threat was Simon protecting his world? Tom Sawyer. Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before bed.
Снотворное?
Sleeping pills. Strong for an 11-year-old boy. What was wrong with this family? What nightmarish vision could have inspired them? Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something. Something terrified him. The argument that led to their tragic end seems to have been simmering for some time. What will her room reveal about her? Barbiturates. Sarah Hawkins must have been extremely agitated resorting to such a treatment.
Странная семейка, действительно.
Perfect.
Oh.
Despite what happened, they seem to have loved each other. This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah Hawkins sold.
Страница левая. Январь. Картина для боссовского клиента. Картина для GeForce, для боссового клиента. Для боссового клиента. Страница правая. Картина, выставка. Так. Бродяга для подарок.
It seems the last one was given for free to a Francis Sanders. I wonder why. Sarah Hawkins' agent was getting worried. Seems she wasn't giving any signs of life.
С тех пор, как ты оставила нас и поселилась на этом забытом богами острове, твоя работа интересует коллекционеров все сильнее. Умоляю тебя прислать несколько новых картин. Последние мрачные, странные и волнующие ушли очень дорого. Предлагаю твою долю от продаж. Не забывай своего друга, который первым увидел твой талант и показал всему миру. С любовью, Максимилиан Л. Интересно, конечно. Эта картина, у меня довод есть такой, что эти картины вызывают какие-то кошмары или галлюцинации, связанные с чудовищами. Может быть, именно поэтому они расходились по таким деньгам.
Was Sarah Hawkins interested in the occult? What was she trying to achieve?
Ритуальный круг. Если существо еще не укоренилось в нашем измерении, может помочь ритуал изгнания. При этом приводящий человек должен нарисовать знак старших среди глифов, составляющих ритуальный круг. Но осторожнее, надежность источников, в которых описывается создание такого круга, не доказано. Выдержка из молота твари Абигайл Г. Ломик, ключик. Здесь мы все посмотрели. Улики различные.
Bradley? Is that you? Is anyone there?
You! Stop!
Bradley, did you see which way he went?
Who? I didn't see anyone. I just heard some noise. Are you all right?
A man was hiding on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far.
I'll cover you.
Нет, это источник света. Давай, иди первым, короче.
This door was closed earlier. Where did he go?
Do you really think that your fugitive came in here?
This globe
I don't
seems
see
to have
any
been
way
part
out.
of some mechanism.
Интересно, конечно. Так.
Doesn't work. I must have missed something. As if the bookcase has been moved several times. The Scylla. It's the boat that was stranded at the entrance to the harbor. It looks like a freehand map of dark water. Certain areas have been highlighted. I wonder why.
Некоторые места обведены. Интересно. Возможно, что это для нашего глобуса.
This panel is movable. Cogwheels. They must be linked to an opening mechanism. Probably a secret passage. I must find a way to activate the opening mechanism. Great. I managed to force the gears. Looks like I've triggered something. I'd be better off not touching them for the moment. Clearly, Charles Hawkins knew Captain Fitzroy very well. I wonder who the man with the glasses is in the photograph. Probably another friend of Hawkins. Charles Hawkins was keeping her father's letters from her.
Письма вскрыто, счета не покидали кабинет, они привязаны со съемкой аккуратным узелком. Зачем Хокинс перехватывал почту своей жены?
It looks like an old seaway map.
Scylla, Orpheus, and Claudine.
They look like Celtic runes. Charles must have brought them back from one of his foreign trips. Seems like this came from a log.
Остров Дарквотер. Мы все утро шли на север. Капитан Гамильтон уверен, что в выбранном курсе. Он говорит, что мы пойдем Орфея в этом сезоне. Да будет Господь милостлив. Я предпочел, чтобы киты исчезли без следа, глядя на их скелеты. Мы не можем забыть об их печальной судьбе. Кто же пожирает этих огромных зверей? Я говорил Гамильтону, что это дурной знак. Ему наплевать. Мы бросили якорь недалеко от деревушки. Местные жители говорят, что вода покраснела от крови священных животных. И чтобы преследовать их, значит бросить вызов богам. Я сказал им, что боюсь лишь Творца. Всемогущего, но трюм мне страшно. Вдалеке мы увидели огромного кита. Кажется, киты такого размера вообще никогда людям не встречались. Он поет дьявольскую песнь. Гамильтон хочет его убить. Мы его поймали. Это самый страшный кит, который я видел. Его запомнят как самую большую добычу в истории. Люди погибли, но мы победили. Этот день будет празднован еще долгие годы. Дарквотер. Мы победили Орфея, который пришел с пустыми трюмами. Теперь будут помнить только Сциллу и Гамильтона.
There must be a link with the Seaway map.
Что с глобусом-то? Или есть еще альтернативные пути, видать, чтобы не пользоваться этим глобусом, чтобы открыть эту дверь? Комната в особняке Хокинсов, где начался пожар, пролила свет на многое. Пирс и констебль Брэдли в поисках улик напали на след уцелевшего во время пожара. Когда человек в капюшоне ворвался в мастерскую Сары Хокинс, чтобы похитить ее картину, детективы и полицейские бросили вслед за ним. Последовав за взломщиком до кабинета Чарльза Хокинса, они обнаружили потайной ход. Пирс и Брэдли спустились в туннель, идущий под особняком.
Secret passage under the manor. It's like a detective novel.
Так, найти след вора. Вора. Фигурки для оккультизма. Керосиновая лампа.
Yeah, and he had a direct means of entry to the crime scene. We must find him.
What is this place? It's more than just a tunnel. Look, someone's been here recently.
3 seats. Did Charles Hawkins use this place? Who were the others?
Ты странные дяденьки. А где глаза?
What is this mask supposed to represent? Whatever Charles Hawkins hid here, he didn't want it in his house.
Нет, есть что-то еще. Что-то еще.
This piece of cloth is unmistakably from a dress. Was Sarah Hawkins here? This symbol, what does it mean? Disfigured saint. What does it mean? A disfigured saint. What does it mean?
Чё у него вместо головы, как этот капитан со осьминожьей головой в «Пиратах Карибского моря». Констебль, давай за мной. Страшновато одному здесь.
Of course.
There's tunnels all over this island. Given the size of this cave, there's gotta be other entrances.
The passage continues further down. Might as well start with that.
I ain't gonna squeeze in there. I'll find another way. If possible, I prefer not to ruin my uniform.
Fine, fine. Go look for another entrance. I'll try my luck down below.
Засал, короче, полицейский. Походу.
Some kind of dream catcher. If I touch it, it'll turn to dust.
Ловец снов.
An old diary. A sad way to go.
Да, круто его.
These paintings must be several centuries old. These paintings must be several centuries old. These people lying down. Are they dead? Are they asleep?
Спят, конечно. Да, и здесь заперто тоже.
Damn it.
Че, все?
Time has weakened these structures.
Лампу не построить никак, не заправить. Может быть, другую взять? Не хочет.
I don't have time to search them all. It looks like animal oil, but certainly not whale.
Жесть.
What's going on here?
No.
Piers!
Keep your voice down. We're not alone.
Good God. What have you got me into?
We'll see. I'll go on. Try to go down on your side.
Yeah, there's a passage. I'll meet you at the bottom.
Братаны что-то там вымаливают.
A table for sacrifice?
Так это же он.
I gotta... Oh, I can't breathe. What's happening? No, damn it! I must find a way out of here.
Is it my turn?
Yes. It is time. You will soon be one of us. If your body and mind are ready.
I dream of it every night. I have constant visions. I am ready.
Good enough. Prove it to us.
It's like in my dream. A pre-Columbian tribal dagger. Probably destined for scarification rituals. I can't read Latin.
На латыни он читать не умеет. Ну здесь я был, кстати.
You who sleeps, accept this dream under your immortal wing.
Ya Cthulhu Nithsiha Fitagan.
Grant him your flesh and accept his, so that his body and yours may be one.
Yibithink Hupadk Cthulhu Bithinkol.
Grant him your mind and accept his, so that his mind and yours may be one.
Yeloig Hupadk Cthulhu Loigna.
Grant him your dreams and accept his, so that the paths of your souls finally intertwine.
Я думаю, стоит подойти.
Let his soul guide you to us, just as your dreams guided it to you.
Yorel Cthulhu Bogshuk.
Your dreamers open the way, so that the day finally comes when you will awake.
Просто вот так взять, выйти так. Здрасте.
An intruder!
Каким-то образом нужно использовать свой ритуальный кинжал.
Here, there's somebody here.
Как его использовать? Вот это у нас еще не научили. Выстрелить.
I feel him.
Shh. You are gifted indeed. Not another word. Let him pass through every part of you. All you who sleep, we pray for your return into the kingdom of the earth.
Cthulhu Kashok.
Так. Каким-то образом можно...
An intruder!
Странно.
Here, there's somebody here.
Так, я думаю, может, не надо попадаться им на глаза.
I feel him.
Shh. You are gifted indeed. Not another word. Let him pass through every part of you. Bring me more safely, flesh. We pray for your return into the kingdom of the earth.
It looks like a kind of deep coma. What could this ritual have done to them?
We are ready for the ceremony. What about your...
Bradley, what are you doing here?
I saw two odd-looking guys coming down. Seemed up to no good.
Наверное, это мы и видели в снах.
An intruder!
Oh, shit! Don't move! Police! Don't move! I won't hesitate!
Bradley, get back!
Shoot.
Get back!
You asked for it! Charles, you shouldn't have seen this.
Get out of here.
Не добежал.
My leg! Light. At last.
Приплыли. Пирс и констебль Брэдли последовали за взломщиком в тайное место встреч культа, скрытое в сети подземных пещер прямо под особняком Хокинсов. Они стали свидетелями странной церемонии, которую проводил вполне живой Чарльз Хокинс. Брэдли попытался арестовать его, но Хокинс, тело которого подверглось многочисленным мутациям, выпотрошил полицейского. Пытаясь скрыться от Хокинса, Пирс попадает в подвал. В критическом состоянии он оказывается в Риверсайдском институте. Жесть. О, это этот с фотографией, кстати.
He's having a seizure.
He will survive. Strong subject.
There, he's opening his eyes.
You saved him, Fuller.
I can't get up.
Don't move, Pierce. You can certainly say that you gave us a scare.
What did you do to me? Undo these straps!
Whoa! Go easy, my friend.
Он же убил его.
You're dead. He killed you.
Are you sure he's better?
He was dead.
Me too. We were dead. What are you doing?
I'm sorry, my friend.
What? No!
What happened to me? Where am I?
Я думаю, мы продолжим позже. Всем спасибо за просмотр. Это действительно классная игрушка. Стоит внимания. А пока что пока.